Take a moment right now and check your posture. Is your chin jutting forward toward the screen? Are your shoulders rolled inward? Is your upper back rounding into a curve? Chances are, you answered yes to at least one of those questions. And chances are, this has been your default position for hours. Every single day, for years. What most people do not realize is that this is not just a cosmetic issue. Research confirms that a significantly rounded upper back can reduce lung capacity by up to 30%, place 4 times the normal load on the cervical spine, compress digestive organs, restrict circulation, and measurably lower mood and mental focus. Today, you will learn exactly why this happens, and you will get a complete 1-minute stretching routine you can do anywhere, with no equipment and no cost, that targets the precise muscles responsible for pulling your spine back into alignment. Before we get to the movements, let us understand what is actually happening inside the body. When the upper back rounds forward, the thoracic spine, which runs through the middle and upper back, is designed to have a gentle natural curve. Problems begin when that curve becomes exaggerated over time, through prolonged sitting, smartphone use, and desk work. When the thoracic spine flexes forward excessively, 2 things happen simultaneously. The pectoral muscles at the front of the chest shorten and tighten, and the rhomboids and lower trapezius muscles in the upper back lengthen and weaken. The front pulls in, the back gives way. The result is a self-reinforcing postural imbalance that grows worse the longer it goes uncorrected. Research tracking smartphone users has found that looking down at a screen at just 45 degrees of neck flexion places approximately 22 kilograms of force on the cervical spine, compared to roughly 5 kilograms when the head is upright. That is more than 4 times the normal load applied to the neck for several hours every single day. The impact on the lungs alone is striking enough to take seriously. The ribcage expands and contracts with every breath to allow the lungs to inflate. When the thoracic spine is chronically rounded, the ribcage is compressed and cannot expand fully. Studies have found that severe kyphotic posture can reduce lung capacity by as much as 30%. 3 out of every 10 breaths worth of air lost simply because of the position of your spine. The downstream effects of this chronic mild oxygen deficit include persistent fatigue that no amount of sleep fully resolves, recurring headaches, difficulty concentrating, and a general feeling of heaviness that many people attribute to stress or aging, when the actual cause is structural. The effects extend further. A rounded posture compresses the abdominal cavity, physically squeezing the stomach and intestines. Medical sources, including major health institutions, have confirmed that slouched posture after meals significantly worsens acid reflux by pressing stomach acid upward, slows gut motility, and contributes to chronic digestive discomfort. Circulation is also compromised, as the chest compression restricts the movement of the diaphragm, the primary breathing muscle, and reduces the rhythmic pumping action that drives lymphatic flow and venous return. And posture affects the brain directly. Research has shown that an upright, open-chested posture promotes the release of dopamine and serotonin, while a collapsed posture is associated with elevated cortisol and reduced confidence. How you hold your body shapes how you feel inside it. Now let us fix it. The routine below takes 60 to 90 seconds. It directly addresses both sides of the imbalance, releasing the tight front muscles and activating the weakened back muscles, which is the only combination that produces lasting change. The first movement is the thoracic extension. Sit upright in a chair or kneel on the floor. Interlace your fingers behind your head with elbows wide. Breathe in deeply and gently arch your upper back backward, letting your head fall back into your hands and your chest open toward the ceiling. Hold for 5 seconds, feeling the ribcage expand and the upper spine extend. Breathe out and return slowly to neutral. Repeat 5 times. This directly mobilizes the thoracic joints that have been locked in flexion and creates space for the lungs to expand. Move only within a comfortable range and avoid forcing the position. The lower back should not be arching aggressively, only the upper and mid back. The second movement is the wall angel. Stand or sit with your back flat against a wall, heels, hips, upper back, and head all in contact with the surface. Raise your arms and press them against the wall in a W shape, with elbows bent and forearms pointing upward. Keeping everything in contact with the wall, slowly slide your arms up the wall to form a Y shape above your head. Then return to the W. Repeat 5 times. If your arms pull away from the wall during the movement, that is your body showing you exactly how much weakness exists in the lower trapezius and rhomboids. Do not worry about perfection at first. The goal is progressive improvement with each session. This movement is one of the most well-supported exercises in the physical therapy literature for correcting rounded shoulders. The third movement is the doorway chest stretch. Stand in a doorway and place one forearm against the door frame. With the elbow slightly above shoulder height, step gently through the doorway until you feel a stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulder. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Switch sides. If you have no doorway available, clasp both hands behind your back. Gently draw your shoulder blades together and lift your hands slightly away from your body while pushing your chest forward. This directly lengthens the shortened pectoral muscles that are pulling your shoulders inward. The fourth movement is the cat-cow. Come onto your hands and knees, with wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. On an exhale, round the spine upward toward the ceiling, drawing the chin toward the chest and pressing the floor away. This is the cat position. On the inhale, let the spine drop, the belly lower toward the floor, and the head lift naturally. This is the cow position. Move slowly and continuously between the two, 10 repetitions. This mobilizes the entire spine, lubricates the vertebral joints, and releases tension in the muscles running alongside the spine. It is particularly valuable done first thing in the morning, or after any extended period of sitting. The fifth movement is the chin tuck. Sit or stand with your spine upright, without nodding or tilting the head. Draw the chin straight back as though trying to create a double chin. The movement is horizontal, not vertical. Hold for 5 seconds, release, and repeat 10 times. This repositions the head over the shoulders rather than in front of them, instantly reducing the abnormal load on the cervical spine. It also activates the deep cervical flexor muscles, which are among the most commonly weakened muscles in people with forward head posture. The double chin sensation is initially unfamiliar, but it signals that the head is returning to its proper position. Completed in sequence, these 5 movements take approximately 60 seconds. No gym, no equipment, no changing clothes required. This can be done at a desk, on a couch, in a break room, or in a hotel room. A few important cautions. If you have an existing diagnosis of cervical or lumbar disc disease, spinal stenosis, osteoporosis, or scoliosis, please consult with a physical therapist or orthopedic specialist before beginning any new spinal exercise program. The extension movements in particular can aggravate certain lumbar conditions. You should feel a comfortable stretch or gentle muscle activation during these movements. Sharp pain, radiating pain down the arms or legs, numbness, or dizziness are signals to stop immediately and seek professional evaluation. Rounded upper back posture is one of the most widespread and underappreciated health issues of modern life. It compresses your lungs, overloads your neck, disrupts digestion, and affects your mental state. It worsens gradually over years, often without obvious pain until significant structural change has occurred. But the body responds to consistent, correct input. 1 minute per day, applied with intention to the right muscles, creates real change over weeks and months. The investment is minimal. The return, in terms of breathing easier, moving without pain, and carrying yourself with strength and openness, is significant. Do not just watch this. Stand up now and try the first movement. That is where it starts. If this was helpful, please subscribe and share it with someone who spends long hours at a desk. Leave a comment telling us which of the 5 movements felt most challenging or most effective for you. Next time, we are covering a 3-minute routine for immediate lower back pain relief. Turn on notifications so you do not miss it.